Welcome to IMUA Quick Bites, a micro-learning series featuring subject matter experts in the inland marine insurance industry. I'm Eileen Monreale, Education Training Specialist for IMUA. For today's topic, energy, oil and gas, crude oil, exploration, completions, production, I'm honored to introduce Gary Davis, Energy Consultant, the Hanover Insurance Group. Take it away, Gary.
Thank you, Eileen. Just want to talk a little bit today about crude oil, what it is, where it comes from, and how we extract it from the earth. So crude oil is a hydrocarbon product, also referred to as petroleum, and formed millions of years ago from the decaying process of animals and plants. So the heat and the pressure from the earth's layers produced and formed what the world now recognizes as crude oil. And our petroleum, which means rock or oil generated from the earth. So petroleum crude oil from the earth comes from many different depths, layers and zones of the earth, and can be easily accessible in some areas and not as simple in others. So we can extract oil from as shallow as a few hundred feet to as deep as 30,000 feet plus. So it's a wide range in geological formations. So crude oil is measured in barrels for the most part, and a barrel is 55 gallons, but they only put 42 gallons in a barrel, so it's kind of misleading. Anyway, there's two main types of crude oil traded on the open market. That's Brent crude and West Texas Intermediate. So the Brent crude was originally made from the oil field which it was extracted. Shell UK Exploration originally coined the name in similarity to how they named their oil fields after birds. So in this case, the Brent goose. This type of oil comes mostly from the North Sea, offshore production. WTI name refers to the West Texas Intermediate, which is a crude oil generated mostly from the U.S. The U.S. uses an estimated 20 million barrels of oil a day for areas such as transportation, manufacturing, and construction. Yet we only produce about 13 million of those barrels. The remaining 7 million are imported from other countries, with the majority of it coming from Canada and Mexico. Today, the technology of today and past records of geological production methods can best assist oil and gas companies in locating crude oil. These oil and gas companies use the latest technology to drill for crude oil with either a vertical or a horizontal type wellbore. The horizontal type wellbore has come about in the last 10 or 15 years, so it's a more efficient method for us to cover more ground per se. So the drilling stage of extracting oil is drilling a wellbore in the ground, which is actually just a hole. And that's where the oil is going to be extracted. We run a steel casing down in the wellbore, and then we cement the backside of the casing to protect it from the backside from any contaminants coming in from non-permitted earth zones. Completion stage represents how the formations in the earth where the oil will be extracted is conditioned once the oil well has been drilled and determined profitable for production. The ability to perform a hydraulic frac process gives oil and gas operators a method to break down the Earth's rock formations so oil and gas can migrate to the Earth's surface. So now in the production method represents the stage where the crude oil is actually going to be pulled from the Earth's formation to the surface. These production methods vary depending on the region of the earth from where the oil is being extracted. So in some parts of the world, Saudi Arabia, the oil just naturally rises to the top of the earth's surface. So the pressure is sufficient, right? So in other parts of the world, we have to manually, artificially lift the oil from down below to the earth's surface. These artificial lift systems, they've been around for many years. Probably the two most common, the most common the general public would see would be the pump jack. And another one is the electric submersible pump. So the pump jack would be for use on less production of crude oil, while the ESPs would be used for more on the moderate oil production where there's a lot of oil that can be pumped to the surface. So in summary, there's 3 general segments in the oil and gas industry needed to extract oil from the earth. It's drilling and exploration, completions, and production. And that sums it up.
Well, thank you so much, Gary. We really appreciate you sharing so much in such a short time. That's the quick bites for you. We really appreciate your unique expertise on this really important inland marine topic. Until next time, I'm Eileen Monreale with IMUA Quick Bites.